Happy Friday, everyone. This is author S.A. Mantell. Um, I'm going to go ahead and answer a question that is pretty much on all of your minds, considering that it is something that everybody ever has asked me. Is that your natural hair color? It is, and the first thing that the doctor told my mother when I was born was, it's a redhead. Not, it's a girl, but it's a redhead. So I asked some of my readers what their favorite part of my book is, and my mother came up with one, so I thought I would go ahead and read hers, considering she raised two very difficult children. So here we go. When I awoke the next morning, there was no one about, though it was already late in the morning. Perhaps they all went out for their daily activities, I thought to myself. While the men were still lying around lazily, I decided to seize the opportunity to poke around a bit. At the end of the hallway there was a staircase that, until now, I had suspected was more rooms. Eyes and ears peeled, I made my way up the somewhat rickety stairs. I soon found myself in a seemingly very typical dusty old attic. There were boxes marked "Photos" all over the small room, each marked with a different name. One said Mattie, then there was Clive, Roberta, and a few others. I stepped toward the box marked Roberta, opened it, and could not believe what I saw. It was the same woman that was in all the other pictures, and standing next to her was a man that I immediately recognized as Nathaniel. This is perfect, exactly what we need. Without a moment's thought, I seized the picture and shoved it into my pocket. "Can I help you, miss?" Thus came a calm voice from behind me. I turned on my heels so sharply that I nearly fell over. His voice had startled me beyond belief. He swiftly caught me by the arm to steady me. "I'd be careful there, miss. I wouldn't want to have to order another hospital bed for you to stay in." I silently hoped he hadn't seen my act of novice detective work. Once I regained the ability to both speak and use my legs properly, I said, "Oh, you must be Mattie's husband, the doctor." "Pleased to make your acquaintance," he said jovially as he held out a gloved hand. I hadn't noticed before, but this man had a very distinct look about him. His lab coat and handlebar mustache seemed to contradict one another in style. He wore slacks and a chapeau as well, which made him look like he came straight out of a Dickens novel or something. "And what, pray tell, might you be doing in my attic?" he asked. I had to think quickly. I was looking for the communal bathroom." "Oh dear. Well, right this way, my lady," he said as he gestured back down the stairs with an outstretched arm. The other was offered to me as an idyllic deed of gallantry to help me down the rickety stairs. As we reached the common bathroom he added, "I don't believe I caught your name, dear." "Oh, it's Samantha, sir. Samantha Palmer." "Nice to meet you, miss. I'm Clive. I am Matilda's husband, as you have so cleverly already ascertained. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business of my own to attend to." As soon as he was out of sight, I tiptoed back to the room. Marshall and Jacob had both stayed in the same position they were in when I left them. Thinking they were both asleep, I tiptoed over to the table. Jacob lifted his head. Okay, well, I will leave y'all to try and figure out what comes next. You may have noticed these random little paper signs around me. we are having a Doctor Who party tomorrow for November 23rd, the 50th anniversary. It's kind of a big deal. So that is that. So I will see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. Have a great week next week. I will see you next Friday.